guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are all well. So for today's video, I actually wanted to do another taboo topic video, and I wanted to do that while I put on my makeup like last times. And yeah, I was thinking on what I wanted to talk about because I have several video ideas, and what came to mind was something that I think is very important, and that is beauty standards and what beauty standards are like nowadays, and beauty standards within social media and just in our generation. So I thought that would be something fun to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoy. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Sorry, I have to just put on my eye cream. So everything I use will be listed down below. So yeah. So the reason why this topic came to mind was because of just in general, like I feel like every single time I get ready to go out and I try to take pictures for Instagram to like post on my story, or like possibly take a picture that I can post to my Instagram, I realized how much filters have messed me up. So I'm pretty sure some of my opinions probably couldn't be applied to everybody, but I'm just gonna apply this to me because it's my opinions. I don't want to generalize what everybody's thinking. So what I mean by Instagram filters and why I think that is very problematic now for me personally is that I cannot take a picture without putting filters on. And I think filters started like innocently enough, but now there's filters that are like they're beauty filters now, and they like perfect your face and make you look like you have a bunch of makeup on and that you have like, what's it called, a very symmetrical face, you have the perfect features. And the messed up thing is I cannot for the life of me take a picture now without these filters, or somehow adjusting the lighting of pictures, which I think is fine because I think some pictures, they can just be enhanced with like lighting and brightness and whatever, all that kind of stuff. But I think I realized how problematic this all is when I got upset because I didn't like any pictures I was taking. So I was like, okay, here is where this might be a problem. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like we're in the generation of people being very good at photoshopping their pictures. And when you're scrolling on Instagram and you see these beautiful girls that have like the perfect body and the perfect face, the perfect lips and the perfect makeup, and you're just like, oh, why don't I look like that? It's because nobody looks like that. Honestly speaking, like who looks that perfect? Nobody. And I honestly think beauty is in the eye of the beholder for sure, but I've been on Instagram. I have to remind myself that people do Photoshop their pictures, celebrities included. Like, I feel like everybody's beautiful in their own way. So I think when people see pictures on Instagram of like celebrities or people in the public eye, it kind of makes them feel sad because they're like, well, why don't I look like that? And I think that's really sad because I've had those phases too before. And then we have these moments of girls trying to attain that image of what they think is pretty by going and enhancing themselves with dermal fillers or plastic surgery, which I think there's nothing wrong with, like to each your own. But the thing is, this is not what we considered pretty or beautiful a few years ago. So that's why I think like beauty standards are always evolving. When I was like younger, it wasn't typical for people who are considered like pretty how now they are considered, is to have like big beautiful full lips and to have this small tiny body, but somehow it's also thick, and somehow you also have an hourglass figure. No, because like beauty standards always change. So I don't know, like I remember thin brows used to be a thing and now they're not. So that's also something to mention as well. But yeah, I just think that it's really sad because I feel like seeing that kind of stuff, it kind of puts pressure and kind of hurts one's self-esteem because you think like, why don't I look like that? And I'll be the first to admit, there's been times I've like sent my butt to the gym because I'm like looking through Instagram and I see someone's body who I think is like my ideal body, like what I'd like to look like, and I go to the gym and I work out like crazy for weeks, months, and I'm like, why don't I look like that still? I think we just have to understand that some stuff truly is unattainable. Like, I feel like it's really hard nowadays for us to love our bodies for what it is. I know we come in a time where like now people make fun of what girls can do with makeup because we post these like videos or TikToks of like the power of makeup, and honestly there was a time where I was very, very uncomfortable to step out of the house without makeup on, and to be honest, it's still a struggle I have. Like if I'm going to a public place like to eat or something, I'd feel very strange if I don't have any makeup on, and I'm trying to get better at that, to be honest, but it's really hard because you have this like thought embedded in your mind that everyone's gonna look at me and be like, why does she look like that? This girl looks so bad. And I promise you, stuff like this has never been said to my face. Maybe once or twice when you're not wearing makeup, somebody's like, oh, you look tired, but I am tired, okay? Like, I'm always tired. But I think like it's sad because we develop these like fake beauty standards that we feel like we need to have, and the only way that we'd feel beautiful is if we look that way, which is not true. And to be honest, my biggest like insecurities is like my height, and that I feel insecure about my body at times. The reason why I say my height is because I'm friends with girls who are super small, any minis, and they're super cute and tiny, and they look like amazing in heels, and I don't. I just feel like I look like a tree in heels. And to be honest, my height is not even that tall. It's just that my friends are rather short. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm 5'6.5", which I feel like is not that tall, but when you're used to being around tiny itty minis, it makes you feel like you're tall and huge and stuff. So yeah, that's been something that I have to like learn to like about myself, but I just can't. Like, all I think about when I'm out with my friends is I wish I was that short, I wish I was that tiny, and like I like being in heels, but like every single time I'm in them and I'm standing next to somebody or like a guy walks by and I'm like 6 inches taller than him, I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, I can just see the top of everybody's head, and it's not it's not fun. I mean, to say this also, I know guys deal with insecurities too. I just feel like they don't talk about it, which I know it's hard for guys because they're expected to not be insecure. Like, guys never talk about being insecure about things, and I know it's tough, and I know it's mostly girls that bring topics like this up. But yeah, with that said, like, I know guys have insecurities about their height too, and nowadays, like, who could blame them when every girl on social media is like, I won't talk to a guy, or I won't be with a guy unless he's over 6 foot, and meanwhile these girls are like 5'2". Like, why do you want a 6 foot tall guy so he could throw you in the air? Like, no offense girls, but like, why are you 5'2" wanting 6 foot tall people? I don't understand. But yeah, that aside, I've just always felt insecure because of my height, because I'm just like, I'm taller than my friends, I'm taller than most guys. I just didn't like it. And the thing is, people try to make me feel better by saying like, oh, models are tall. Great, I'm not a model. Like, would I look like Bella Hadid? Like, I wish, but I'm not a model. I mean, it's nice, but you know, it's nice to be in other places where people are, what's it called, on average way taller than me. Like, if I go to the other side of the world where I have some family members, I'd be considered short there because on average everybody's like 4 inches taller than me. So I'm considered tiny there, so that I don't mind. That's nice. But here, that does not apply, so but yeah, I just like feel like some days it's really hard because you put on makeup, and like makeup for me is like fun, something I like to do, something that makes me feel better. There's been so many times I've like finished putting my makeup on and I don't like how I look, and it will just ruin my whole mood for the whole day. Like, I'm just like, wow, Zeinab, you're so ugly. Which is, please don't ever say these things to yourself. The thing is, you wouldn't let your friends speak to themselves that way, so why are you allowing yourself speak to yourself that way? You know what I mean? It's like really hard because, and also just like disclaimer, I'm not saying this to fish for compliments at all. Like, I'm not at all. I swear to God, I wouldn't do that. But like, it's very nerve-wracking. I feel like, I know like everybody just has insecurities, but it's hard to feel some way about yourself when no matter what you do, like you tell yourself like, if I do this I'd feel better about myself. You just don't. I honestly think like we are our worst critics, and it sucks like in a time of social media, which I'm not trying to say social media sucks and it's like the problem here. It's not, but like there's been times when I've posted pictures on Instagram and it's very hard for me to post pictures because I swear, guys, I will take 20 and I'll delete 50 pictures off my phone. I know that doesn't even make sense, but like I'll look at a picture too long to the point where I don't like it anymore. So if I see, like, if you see pictures on my Instagram, just know that there was like 100 others taken with those, and that's the only one I was remotely close to liking. And I wouldn't post. I would post more often if I could, but I can't take good pictures. Like, it's very hard for me. I just never like how I look in pictures. It's like very hard to take one, and when I do, it's because of like 10 filters, or not 10 filters, there's like a filter on, and then I'm playing with like the brightness and the vibrancy of the picture. And I know there's nothing wrong with that, but then at the end of the day I'm like, why can't I just post a picture of me looking this way? So I don't know where this problem comes from, you guys. It's not like I wasn't loved as a child or something. Like, I really don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint it on one thing. I think like my insecurities do come from, I can say like where some of it comes from, but like I'm not even sure. Like, I think I've talked about this in past videos before, that like I dealt with a lot of bullying. Like, I've experienced being the victim of bullying in like elementary school and in high school, and I think that's probably one of the reasons why I feel really insecure when I walk into a room. Like, I just want to hide. I've never been the type of person that wants to be like center of attention, but like I see other girls like being that confident, and I'm like so proud of them, and then a little jealous at the same time. Like, why can't I do that? I just don't know why I can't. I don't know why. I haven't worn this foundation in so long. It's so full coverage, and I look washed out. I'm matching, I promise. I'm taking an old favorite. This is MAC Fix Plus. This is just a skin refresher. I'm just gonna use this too. I think like my self-esteem and confidence is something that I'm trying to learn on, and I've spoke about in past videos that self-love and like learning how to be kind and gentle to myself is something I'm trying to learn. I'm like nowhere near there yet, but like I'm trying, and it's very very difficult, I'm not gonna lie. The thing is, you guys, like even with social media and everything being there, I can't blame it on that either, because I know in midst of that there's a lot of other people, like people in the public eye, that are there as good role models for young girls to feel empowered, like despite their body shape or size, despite their like how they look, like with if they have acne or skin imperfections or something that they're insecure about. Like, for example, every single time I look in the mirror, I'm just like, ugh, my eyebrows, ugh, I used to be acne, and then acne went away, and I thought like, oh, once my acne goes away I'll feel so much better about myself. You don't know. This is something I'm trying so hard to work on, because I don't want to have to be this way. Like, I know that everybody has potential, everybody has like an abundance of good in them, so like I don't know why we're always so harsh to ourselves. Like, I feel like honestly we can be like our worst enemy. Like, I remember there's been so many times like I'll be walking in the mall and like I don't know how I trip on air, and I feel so embarrassed that I'm like, everybody saw me and everybody's laughing at me. In my mind, that's how it is. Most like 99.9% sure those people weren't even thinking or looking at me. They were just like thinking, what am I gonna eat for dinner today? And here I am thinking like, oh my god, I have to go change my name because I told the lady at Starbucks you too when she said enjoy your drink. Like, it's just really weird. This video's been a jumble of things, but like I feel like it's important to talk about stuff like this. Like I have young nieces. Obviously they're not young, they're babies. I don't know why I'm saying young. And like I want them to grow up being like so kind to themselves and being confident, not arrogant obviously, but like, you know, to the point where they are so kind to themselves and they love themselves for who they are and they look at their strengths and not focus on their weaknesses like their aunt has, you know. Like I feel like maybe now things are getting better with us having celebrities or people in the public eye that look just like us. It's really hard because we have to remember that most of the people that we look at that are in the public eye, they have had surgery, and a lot of people don't look the way that they do, and you have to remind yourself that, like I said, there's nothing wrong with going and getting surgery if that's what you want to do, because like if I was in the position where I could do something like that, I probably would. So again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but we have to remind ourselves that nobody like just looks that flawless from the womb. Some people do, and you're like, okay, that's, what is it like to be God's favorite? I don't know. But not everybody looks that way, so you have to remind yourself that. I also think like being younger and like wearing a hijab at a young age, at that point, like honestly, this is something I want to touch base on when I like talk about my hijab experience and my journey about wearing a hijab, but I do want to just quickly mention this, that the age I wore it as, at the age I put my hijab on at, is like the age where a lot of girls, including myself, would see male attention as like the self-approval, like you needed that to be known that you're pretty, and if guys didn't give you attention, you're like the ugliest thing in the world. And it's so dumb, to be honest. Also, high school is just like one heck of a time. I hated high school. Absolute worst thing ever. I don't know, I know a lot of people had like good memories in high school. I can't say that, to be honest. I had the like worst high school experience. I hated high school. I couldn't wait for it to be over. I'm not even joking, you guys. I'm not even exaggerating. I hated it. But somehow the night of my prom, yes, I did go to prom, was the best. Like it's one of the most memorable nights of my life still to this day. But my whole high school experience, grade 8 to grade 12, I hated it. Like I do wish I could go back and be that young and energetic. But I hated high school. It was just the worst. It was just the worst, honestly. Like that, at that point, all you do care is about is like other people's opinions, and that's something that does go away within time. Like obviously I think I've gotten better at getting approval from other people. Like it's something that I'm still working on, but I definitely feel like it's gotten better than when I was like 14, 15 for sure. But yeah, like the thing is, like if a boy tells you you're ugly in high school, you'd be like, oh, well, I guess I'm ugly. Like seriously. Like it's just not it. High school is so weird because we're all like literally kids trying to have these adult personas, and like the only thing that's important to us is how we look at that point, because we think that's gonna get us so far in life, and no, it just doesn't. I honestly don't know. It just doesn't. A lot of like the thoughts we have about how we look and like being insecure, it does all come from ourselves. Like it's something we need to work on, and nobody's responsible for making you feel good about yourself except you, because at the end of the day, you're the person that's going to sleep with those thoughts about yourselves. Like, you know, it's not anyone's responsibility either. So like if this is something you deal with, like everything I'm saying, something you deal with, it's something you need to honestly work on, like by yourself. Like it's really, really hard. Like trust me guys, this is something I've been working on since I was like 13, and I'm like almost 28, so yeah. I don't know, it's like it's very tough, but like this is something I'm trying to be a master at, and I know it's like a very, very long journey ahead of me. It's just really hard because right now, for example, if you go on Instagram and like search like hijabi influencers and see how they look, it's honestly so rude how beautiful they are. And like they'll be doing hijab tutorials and like makeup tutorials, or showing like videos of them like with outfit inspiration ideas, and I'm like, why do you look like that? Like, mashallah, but like why the heck don't I look like that? Like I don't know what kind of sorcery it is, like, honestly. But yeah, like, you know, I'm obviously not hating on other girls. Like, I'm not jealous in the way that I hate people. I'm just jealous in the way, like, why don't I look like that? You know, pretty normal, right? Okay, so I was gonna do like cream blush and stuff, but I powdered my whole face, so I guess that's not happening anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and just put on powder blush. But you guys, just, I don't know if it, like, same thing applies to you, but you have to realize that buying those clothes and spending that money on makeup is not gonna make you feel 100% better. Like, it does help. Let's not kid ourselves. Retail therapy helps. Okay, it's nice to be nice clothes, but you have to remind yourself that a lot of this work comes from within, and you have to ask yourself where it's coming from and why. And most of the times I don't even have the answer for those. I don't know where it's coming from either. God, I hate powder blush. Like, I hate this. I hate this. It looks patchy and I hate it. I wish I did not powder my face. Okay. Way to go, just ruined my makeup. See? That's what I'm talking about. Do you see this negativity? Don't like my blush, and now I think my whole makeup's ruined. Not good. So I'm gonna try and edit this video with Final Cut Pro, so wish me luck, you guys, because I just know it's gonna take me hours, maybe even a day, to edit with Final Cut, because I still don't know how the heck to use it. So yeah, don't ask why I'm just doing this randomly. I just saw this eyeshadow and I thought I'll put it on. My lid looked a little bare. So if you're watching this video and you have felt anything I have stated or, you know, talked about, I just want to give you a hug and tell you that you are beautiful. And I know listening to me say all this is probably like, what a Debbie Downer is, Zeinab. Like, I know I'm not trying to be you guys. It's just I'm trying to really express how I feel, and that's just straight up how I feel. Like I said, not fishing for compliments. I have had people tell me the craziest things, you guys, and it goes past that now. Like, now I think I've gone past the point of being offended by things. People have told me, like, you'd be so much prettier if you did your eyebrows. You'd be so much prettier if you didn't wear your scarf. You'd be so much prettier if you got rid of that beauty mark there. You'd be so much prettier if your stomach was flat. You'd be so much prettier if you were shorter. You'd be so much prettier if you looked like your sister. I've heard it all, you guys, okay? So that, thankfully, I've gotten past. It doesn't bother me as much as it used to. So that I've gotten past, because, listen, I can't change those things about me. I think overall, more than anything, the best thing I feel like is to learn just how to be comfortable in your own skin. If there's something you don't like about yourself, then go ahead and try and improve or change that about yourself, but don't ever do it on someone else's terms. So, like, if you like how you look and you like how your body looks and you think that your weight is fine and you're comfortable and you're healthy, most importantly, you don't need to listen to people, because people will always say something, you guys. This is the thing. I remember when I first started working out, I was working out with a trainer, my lovely trainer at that time, and we were working out a lot, and I was in the point where I was bulking. So I was at the heaviest I possibly was, but you could not tell. I was just mostly muscle, and I felt very confident and badass, I'm not gonna lie. But a lot of people told me I looked like a dude, that I looked bulky. So it put, like, you know, it brings down your spirit, and sometimes you wonder why people say things like that. Like, you're like, are they trying to break my spirit on purpose? Like, I don't know where it's coming from. But you guys have to remember that a lot of the times it's either hurt people. Those people are obviously dealing with their own situation, like, and they're taking it out on you, unfortunately, because most of the time they know that you won't say anything back. And secondly, sometimes people honestly don't know that what they're saying is hurtful, which you would think, oh, it's common sense, but this is why you need to establish boundaries with people. If someone says constantly things to you, then you need to establish boundaries and be like, hey, don't talk to me like that or I will hurt you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you know, this is the kind of things you need to establish boundaries with. there used to be someone that every single time they'd see me, they would tell me like, oh Zeinab, you need to, you know, go remove the milia around your eyes. You know what? After a while, it annoyed me because every single time this person would see me, I have milia around my eyes. It's like, I don't even know if you guys can see it, but it's around here. And this is basically because the skin around my eyelids overproduce keratin. So this always happens. So at times it's worse, at times it's better. So if I go get remove them, which I have, they come back because my body overproduces keratin, and keratin's in our hair and nails as well. So every time this person would see me, they're like, oh Zane, I need to get rid of that. One day, honestly, maybe it was just a bad day, I was like, listen, don't ever say that to me again. That's it. And you don't need to be disrespectful about it. You could just say it. Like every single time that person sees me, that's all they think about. And the thing that I feel like bothers me the most is that people are so quick to criticize you in front of other people. Like, for going back to my whole, when I was bulking, people would love to point out in front of everybody that my like shoulders are bigger than theirs, that my thighs were bigger than theirs, and I'm like, I'm sorry, my thighs are bigger than you, and you're a 30-year-old man, and like I look bulky. I don't know what you like my, you know, my body fat percentage is probably lower than yours, so I don't know why you're mad. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just, at that point you have to feel like what they're saying doesn't mean just because they're saying it, it's true. You have to have some control over how you feel about yourself, and criticism is hard. I always look through people like influencers and cute creators comments. There's always like one or two people that will just like find one thing and then just go on and on and on about it. Like if someone's a little different looking than what they're seeing, they're like, lose weight. If someone's tinier, they're like, why do you look hungry all the time? Go eat a sandwich. Like, you can't please people. I've just learned you cannot please people nowadays. You just cannot. People will find something wrong with every single thing you do. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and curl our eyelashes. I have something really cool I want to show you guys too. Anyways, you guys, I like, this point of this video was to just talk about this, just to share my experiences, and like I said, this is not to fish for attention or for compliments. Like, it's not what I'm trying to do. It's just because I feel like this is stuff that needs to be spoken about more. Like I said, applying filters on your picture doesn't make you a bad person. If I take a picture of myself today, I'm probably gonna put a filter on it. Like, who am I kidding here? I'm gonna do it. I'm just saying that it's quite sad to me that I feel like I can't take one without filters, and sometimes even those filters don't help, and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm just ugly. And filters can't even save me. Cool, okay, thank you. So the main thing I just want everybody to know is that as long as you love you, don't be afraid to be yourself unapologetically. Like, forget what everybody else was gonna say. Do what makes you happy and be unapologetically yourself. Like, if you're quiet and introverted, be you. If you're loud and don't have a mute button or a volume down button, be you. Just be kind to yourself. I think that's the main thing, to be honest. Okay, so this is the product I wanted to show you guys. So I'm not sure if anybody knows what Benefits Benetint is. I believe that's what it's called. So it's essentially a lip tint. It's like a lip stain, so you can use it on your cheeks and on your lips. And I used to really like that when I worked at Sephora, and the other night I was thinking about it because I was like, oh, you know, lip stains should be like coming back because, you know, we all wear masks now. You would think that it's something that would make a comeback because lipsticks and lip glosses rub off on masks and stuff. And I was thinking that Benetint thing is like genius for nowadays. So I went to see if it's still available, and it is, and I think it's like $24, so I was like, no. I went on Amazon and found the dupe for it. So this is called ETUDE Dear Darling Water Tint. So this is a red color. You guys, I've been loving this, okay? So this comes in a little bottle. It looks like nail polish. So what I do with this is I take it out, and it comes like as a doe foot applicator here. I'm just going to show you guys. I just go ahead and apply it like this. And you can use lip liner. But I'm just going to keep it casual today. Okay, the one tip I would have for this is try not to rub your lips together like you're applying lipstick, because my bottom lip always has more color than my top and it's just annoying, so fighting the urge to not do that right now. Okay, oh god, see, I did it. Okay, so this is the color that you initially get, and you can apply as little or as much of this as you want. And once this dries, this is going to turn into a stain, meaning that it is going to be transfer proof. I know this because I will kiss my niece's cheek and it will not rub off on her. I will drink from a glass and it will not be rubbed off on the glass. It won't come off on straws. So this is amazing. I have not used it as blush yet, but maybe I could soon, and I'll let you guys know, because you guys know I like cream and liquid blushes, so that is something I'm willing to do and try soon. So while this is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and put my hijab on, and I'll be back for my outro. Okay, hi, I am back for my outro, and I have put my hijab on, and I just wanted to show you guys how the lip stain looks now that it is drying down. It is still a little bit damp, I can tell, because of its like shininess, but I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys. Please ignore the fact that I completely underlined my lips. Like, my lips do not end here, but that's what I did. So that's the joys of putting lipstick on when you're far from a mirror, so please ignore that. But I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and show you. So this is what it looks like. I'm just gonna do a little test for you guys here. So I'm taking the back of my hand, clean. As you can see, there is no transfer. This is the best part of this. So it is kiss proof, and I tested that with my niece's cheeks. So yeah, before anybody gets any ideas. So I have loved this product. I've been loving it. I got this on Amazon for less than $15. I think it was $12 if I'm not mistaken. But if I can find other colors, I'm definitely gonna get it, because this is amazing and this is genius. And who's gonna buy Benetint when you can buy this? No offense to Benefit, but if I couldn't find this, I would have probably went and bought Benetint, to be honest. But why when you can buy this? So I'm gonna link this down below, and hopefully you guys can find it. I'm pretty sure if you live in the States you can, because your Amazon is 10 times better than ours. If you live anywhere else, if you cannot find it, I will get it for you, okay? And I will ship it to you myself, because everybody deserves to have this. So hopefully you guys are able to find it, and if this just goes away, Zeinab will be unhappy. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I'm gonna go and visit my little nieces, maybe go to the mall. So I have put on some perfume. I'm wearing this perfume after so long. I don't know what it's called, but you guys can go ahead and pretend like we all know what it's pronounced as, unless you speak French or whatever this language is. I don't know, but I need to refill this soon because it's ending. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put perfume on, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.